Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another OD Cast a Pub. Today, we're going to be focusing on two heroes, as you can see at the top of your screen. Two players. Well, they may be heroes to some of you. We have General on his Darkseer over on the Dire side. He's got the team around him. And over on the Radiant, we have a Cancel Wind Ranger. Also, bonus shout-outs to Pablo, who's also from tagged up on the team bold. He's going to be playing alongside the squad here on the Radiant today. So let's see how this pub goes down. So what do we got on the lineups? Oh my goodness, First Blood. Well, I was all very excited for starting the game a little bit earlier, the recording, so you would catch First Blood. You didn't, so I do apologise to all the viewers on YouTube, and I hope you can find it in yourself to forgive me. Anyway, so lineups, lanes that we have. Top, we have the Broodmother. We did see at the start of this game, this Broodmother is on an 8-game win streak, so it could become pretty spooky for the Dire. As, already. Is this Ursa going to be okay? Only just. It's rather close there, nearly getting him with the Acorn shot, but not quite enough damage. So, top lane, you got the Brood, backed up by the Hoodwink, laning against the Ursa with the support of the Phoenix. Over in the mid, Cancel on his Wind Ranger is laning against a TA. And down bottom, General's Darkseer on the Dire side, laning up with the Nyx Assassin against a Luna and a Lion. And, oh, General! Oh, no. Oh, no. And now the Nyx Assassin. Oh, no. Not the start that the Dire would want down on the bottom. As we can see already, 2-0-1 here. 4 minutes in for the safe lane Luna. It's pretty spooky. Luna, oh, mid. Oh, Cancel. Oh! Oh! Oh, he wants to do it, but he doesn't know if he can. The melt, he's scared. Has he got another? Oh, he has. Oh, no, not going to hit. Oh, wow. Oh, we're kicking off between the mid. General's, he's taken over mid. He's like, right, get out of here. This is my lane now. General has had nothing bottom lane. He wants to directly face Cancel head-to-head here. As he TP's back out onto the map on the mid lane on the respawn. How have we seen the CS go so far in the mid lane? 26 for 5 Cancel against the 22 for 2. As, General. Oh. I mean, a feed here is probably going to make his team rather mad. That isn't going to happen. Surge up from General. They're not able to get the lead in. Cancel can't set things up with the shackle shot. General has got to be careful. He's got a Lion swinging over as well. Just taking what he can away from the mid lane. See where the TA goes. If the TA is going to go back to the mid lane, or is just going to start farming neutrals, farming ancients. So Lion. Dude, this Lion's going in. I mean, he's just chased this Darkseer General right down behind the tier 1 tower. I think he's pretty dead for it. Oh, stick. Oh, all right. He knows what he's doing here. He just went in and went out, and they could not do anything about it. Cancel. All right, yeah, he's going for that. Okay, he's not going for any more. All right, we're getting a lot of attention already around this mid lane. We have 3 heroes, 2 cores from the Dire side, so hovering around the mid lane. That does mean the bottom lane, this Luna, having the time of her life. 6 minutes in, complete free farm down here. Nobody in the lane against them. I say this could be quite the problem for the Dire. They're putting their focus elsewhere. See if it pays off. There's mid. Cancel. Let's get the free bottle refill. What's he got coming out on the courier? Is that Javelin top? I'm going to find the Hoodwink. Farm for the 2 of the cores up here. 38 for 2 on the Ursa. 30 for 6 on Brood. See mid. Cancel. With the power shot. Hasn't found the chance to get the refraction off yet. Doesn't matter though. Still able to find it before they can continue to lock her down. No chance to get the angle for a good shackle off the creeps there. So TA will be free to go. Again, just maximum focus on making sure that Cancel game is going the best hit. As they get a bottle charge or 2 filled up for him in the mid lane. General has now returned to mid, but of course at this stage of the game, 7 minutes in, Luna more than happy to leave the lane. Start focusing on the safety of taking out those jungle creeps. Cancel. He's ready to get active, ready to make moves. Ursa is going for a TP out, but Cancel's in with the shackle. Quick movement into the jungle. Starts to get the heat turned up for the Ursa down bottom. Dire catching the Lion out. This time round, stick charges won't save him. The line will fall. So far, early days, 4 for 2, but 2k lead. Luna hitting her stride here beautifully. Yasha, soon to be done. 8 minutes in, treads Yasha. This is the start that Luna sort of dream of. It's mid. See what they have here. I want to try and set up onto the TA, but TA being cautious with the positioning, not falling to the trap of the Radiant here with the setup, and of course with the trap set from TA. Good vision, good information around what's being attempted by the Radiant around the mid lane. Now time for the smoke and go here from General. He's got the wall ready to drop. If anything, might just be the line going down again here. We'll see. Smoke is going to pop on the 2 of them, but actually at a distance that Dire side won't quite catch the vision. Mid lane. See full commitment here from Cancel onto the TA. It's enough damage, but Cancel, he's going to pay for it. That'll be a trade that he'll claim his worth, even if they do lose the Hoodwink here. Wall's going to be dropped down. Get the Hoodwink, so they'll get the 2 of them, but Cancel for him getting the kill before he goes down. He's alright with that. And in fact, the Spider just stepping in, wrapping around, getting some damage straight onto the tier 1 tower underneath the noses of the 3 of them. Feeling pretty strong here. Going straight for the Orchid build-up. Not sort of any early auras here from the Spider. Very much looking for the kills. Looking to aggressively take over this half of the map and make sure that there's very little space that the Ursa feels safe to farm in. There's Ursa. No surprises, just wants to get in on the action, get the Diffusal Blade done so he can turn up to the fights, especially when Luna starts to get involved with the push. Pop that Enrage, tank the Eclipse, and have the damage early enough in this game to tackle the Luna. See mid. The setup. Backups here for the Nyx Assassin. Now they're actually gonna try and turn, but the win run is up. So Cancel, he's stepping away. Quite a bit of magical damage burning him down though. Another stun ready from Nyx in a couple of seconds. Luna able to step across, a quick loosen beam stops the chase from the Nyx, and Cancel granted the safety to return to his half of the map. Radiant full focus on this mid lane once again. Switch over to the net worth, see what the implications of this have been, and as you can see, Radiant across the board, all 3 cores off to a better start here in the first 10 minutes. Setup attempted in the mid, but the Shackle won't connect, and starting to prove to be a lot harder to go on the TA. Dire doing a much better job now of making sure that they always have backup, so that focus fire opportunity never really is there for Cancel in this area of the map for now. So obviously finding safer avenues to farm over on Radiant's half of the map. Top lane T8 trying to go for the Brood here. But Brood's elusivity through the webs, a little too much for the TA to deal with. And when it comes to catch, that is all down to the Nyx Assassin. No Nyx Assassin. They're probably not going to get a chance of getting the kill onto the Brood. Sentries are down. Brood playing smart. Knows that Nyx is going to be looking to set up onto it. If anything, can Brood get the kill here? Not quite. Stepping outside of the vision of the sentry, and Brood not going to be able to chase on any further. Mid lane Cancel. Actually already used the win run. He's going to go for the TP out. The damage is done though. Burned down by the Supernova and the Iron Shell. That is Cancel gone out of the mid lane. Good kill here that they could turn into some heavy tower pressure. Already Nyx Assassin scouting things out behind the tower, and he's found the Lion. The kill for the Dire, and that will do it in terms of getting this tier 1 by the looks of it. Still, Luna not interested in turning up for any action, especially with 2 teammates down, and Brood of course playing their own game up on the top. So tier 1 tower will be taken relatively early here for a team that has been falling behind overall in terms of lane and core farm in the first 12 minutes of this opening. Still this Spider, very spooky, and so's Luna's farm. And even Cancel with that death mid. It's going to take a few more deaths to sort of knock him off the momentum that he's gained so far this game. Orchid, it's going to be out for the next move in the Brood, so they've got to be really cautious how they play around their jungle. Obviously at this stage of the game, no way to remove the silence, and no way to help each other if they do get caught by the silence. So this early brood Orchid timing has to be heavily respected here by Dire mid. Trying to go for the setup onto cancel, but as it were, this time Nyx Assassin not able to find the lockdown. They'll turn their attentions over towards the line instead, and with the drag back from the vacuum in general, they've got the kill. Cancel. Able to live this time, though. That's what matters the most here when it comes to the back and forth that we've been pretty much seeing consistently here for the first 13 minutes of the game. Assist defusal timing. Pretty much there. See how much, how strong he feels and able to get involved in the action. They're looking towards the brood. A quick clear of quite a fair few of these spiders. We'll manage to save some of them. I mean, they are making sure that when they do come over to farm this half of the map, it's not anybody going in alone. Mid lane though, cancel. And he's just going to charge straight in with the shackle, the focus fire onto the tower. He's got his eyes set on the objectives. Question is, can he get out of it? I don't think he can. Nyx Assassin has got the lockdown. He may have taken the tower, but it cost him his life. Cancel. I'm sure he'll be keeping it PMA. He'll be telling the team it's worth it. Honestly, if I was that win range, I'd be saying it's worth it. You take a tower. Space still there for the Luna and Brood to do their thing. Easy DD deny from the Lion, which is pretty big. Actually, you do not want to let the TA get that DD around the Roshan. Both supports struggling with holding back the Dire. As Lion goes down, maybe even the Hoodwink as well. As the surge forward, and there we go, big meld hit from TA. As Dire there, definitely finding their footsteps around this mid. Cancel with the moves that he's making, and in terms of taking these trades where he's losing his life, it does leave his team susceptible to being pressured heavily in the mid. Now bottom lane, Luna pushes out pretty far and pushed it out without a TP ready to pop. Even if he did have it, it doesn't matter. Stuns there from the Nyx Assassin. They may have had a solid start when it comes to hitting the creeps, where now heroes are starting to throw the punches between them. Dire, without a doubt, able to hit harder and more consistently here with each of their moves. It's just a question of how much of an impact the solitariness of the Brood is going to have in the game as Dire make these moves. Can the Brood counteract the pressure enough to validate its role as a hero this game? I mean, obviously, as we saw at the start, as I said, this Brood is on an 8-game win streak. So this Brood player has definitely been doing some magic over the games, and 2,400 into the Axe, it's still going to be insane timings for the Brood this match. But maybe just a bit more lifting to be done than would have been ideal for the Brood in this situation. They cancel, back in action in the mid. With the Lion strong by his side, finger at the ready as well. Each and every time, though, from the die, you see a minimum of about 3 heroes around this spot. Heading in for cancel. Cancel. He's able to dodge the stun. Still, though, it's a lot of magical damage. I mean, even just from this Phoenix alone. Burning cancel down. He has to step right away from it all. With the low HP that he's at, Dire know that they can start to head in and take away this triangle without too much of a threat from cancel. The large camp at least. There's opening onto the Ursa. Finger at the ready. Is it enough burst with the shackle shot? They've got the lockdown. They'll get the kill. Big follow-up there from Cancel. Make sure that the Ursa has no chance to pop the Enrage. And the focus fire onto the Nyx Assassin. Cancel turns it into a couple of kills. He's not done yet. Looks over towards the Phoenix. Dive out to the side. Will dodge the power shot. Oh, and he's out just in time, even with the sharpshooter hit. They could not quite blow him up before the successful escape. Still, though, that's the kind of move that Radiant wants to be making. Cancel, able to turn things around, get back in with the damage offered. And even with the lead they have, still very in a very delicate position this game. Radiant, if they lose one fight, they're against a T8 and an Ursa. These heroes will tear through the Roshan. So they've got to really bear that in mind. Now, if they are going to take any sort of risky moves, they'd definitely be best to try and avoid doing it around this area. As this is going to be an objective that Dire know that they can get themselves caught straight back up with if they can get away with. Brood's progression still looking pretty fantastic. Aghanims is going to be done. Insane timings, as I say. Just 18 minutes into the game. Orchid, Ags. You've got to be careful around this Brood. And even with the defusal, Obviously, Ursa needing a little bit more to be able to head in. There's a fair, well, quite a lot of bit of control from Radiant's heroes, so not as easy as the Ursa would have liked it to be when it comes to popping the ult and just heading in with the defusal onto a target. Tower down on the top, 18 minutes in. Brood, this whole top half of the map has very much gone how the Brood would have wanted. You know, I don't think there's any sort of timings being missed by the Brood this game. There's Radiant. And this is that point, you know, with the Manta done on Luna. Luna's going to seize the opportunity to start going for the Roshan. Dire, they're not going to be having any of this, though. And over on the high ground, Cancel has been caught out. He needs help, and he needs it now. He's trying to get away with the wind running down to the low ground, but the vacuum into the walls there. Cancel's down. Immediate buyback. He has to fight for the Rosh here. As Luna, caught on the low ground, tries for a bold TP out. It's not going to work. The damage is done, and Luna, no money available for a buyback. So as much as Cancel wants to try and push this fight around the pit, he's going to have to do it without his Luna. T8 is going to start going for the Rosh and has a DD for this as well. This is scary. Very scary here for the Radiant. And they push them out in time. Brood in with the silence from the Nyx Assassin. Hex from the line down onto the TA in with the focus fire. Cancel. Trying to deal with the TA. They've got the dust out. The finger as well. TA is gone. Radiant, they've got the big kill. 2 buybacks have already come out from the Dire. TA, are they going to expend theirs as well? Down for 40 seconds. There's the egg down in the pit. Vacuum from General. They're caught underneath the clap of the Roshan. Cancel gets taken out by Roche as he's down for a minute. A dieback from him. They're still focusing everything around this pit buyback from Lion. And they continue to hold the Dire off again. This time Roshan helping out the Radiant. The bash comes in onto the Phoenix. That's a dieback for the Phoenix. He's out for a full minute. And the Brood is cleaning them up one by one. Silence onto the General Darkseer. We'll be able to remove it with the Greaves, and that's enough to stop them diving any further. I believe by the looks of it, with the quickness of the unpause, a bit of a BM pause here from the Brood Mother. It only makes sense, really. Brood Mother, BM, bad manners, BM, the stars are lining up. Back into the pit they go, Radiant. No Wind Ranger. That doesn't matter. The main damage dealer for the Roche at this stage is the Luna with a Manta. And with the 3 of them, yeah, they know Dire. That's the fight. That's the fight lost around the pit. They can't head back in. That's Radiant. Realizing the importance of that fight as indeed the sort of summary of buybacks in that situation. What do we have going down there? It ended up actually just being the one from the Radiant, so only having to expend a buyback on Cancel. Whereas the Dire, they did use both the, well, 3. Yeah, as you can see, Phoenix. Oh, sorry, no, Lion as well. It was Lion and Wind Ranger on the Radiant, and Phoenix and Nyx Assassin using theirs on the Dire. But the Radiant, they end up winning out of this one and continue to maintain this lead. 5k advantage now. 13-14. In general, he's putting in the work there. 4-1 and 8. He's still landing some pretty clutch combos around these closed areas, but still lacking a bit behind on the other cores. TA and Ursa. It's not been easy fights for them. The BKB will change a lot for the Ursa. Will allow him to maybe go straight in and fully focus down here as like the Luna. That's not going to be easy for a fair few minutes though with this Luna holding the Aegis. You're not going to have enough in the tank on the Ursa to go for sort of 2 rounds of aggression in the face of the Luna in these team fights. Dire. And the Nyx leading the way. I'm going to give themselves up a bit there though with the Iron Shell on the creeps. Ambitious. Is that full BK? Wait, was that full BKB for the Luna? No, sorry. Must have been a BKB for someone else. I imagine, yeah, it was the Ursa, sorry. Okay, so Ursa, yeah, BKB's done. But did they want to take a fight into the Aegis? I don't think so. I think they're going to want to try and hold back on that. As much as it probably kind of feels bad to sit back as the Ursa with this diffusal BKB timing, they've got to be so careful how they take fights. Now, against Luna as well, Luna, without a doubt, one of the strongest carries in pubs right now. You lose a team fight against the Luna, this Luna's taking half your base. Even at this early stage, 22 minutes in, Luna's already at that point. Dragonlance and Manta style, damage output and push potential is insane. Big items continuing to come out for the Brood as well. Pretty much guaranteed to have a Hex by the time the next fight comes around. And at a stage where TA still only halfway towards the BKB. On top, Radiant. They want to use this Aegis aggressively. 23 minutes in, cancelling the boys. Straight up to the high ground. General, what's he got in the tank? He's heading in. He's going to get caught out by the silence, of course. Has that Greaves ready to pop at any moment if he does want to try and commit with a combo. You see Luna. Let's go for the objectives here. What can Dire do about General? He's fallen pretty low here. The finger's out. He will be able to get the Greaves off in time. Only just there. Greaves in the pipe popped. Will save General. Now he's looking for the turn. Oh, it's the 5-pound back wall. A beautiful counterplay there from General as he catches them all, kills the Lion. They pop the Aegis of the Luna, and now they're ready for round 2. Luna's caught on the high ground with the stone control. General holds the base in a phenomenal fashion there, as the racks will be protected. And that's the Aegis push dealt with beautifully by General. From going from sort of being on the verge of dying to turning it around with the Ag's pipe and finding a fantastic catch. And even being able to head over and now deal with the Brood. Start to bully the Brood out of this half of the map. And General, no doubt about it, I really feel he is carrying this game on his shoulders right now. 4-1-10. Already we saw glimpses of what General would be able to achieve in the earlier team fights. And right there we were really seeing the sort of the combination of what General knows that he can do for the team this game. Let's see if he can get more of it done. Back setup. Onto the hoodwink. It's another kill. Dire shutting down that lead that the Radiant had. And that potential power spike they were about to hit with the early barracks timing they were going for with that Aegis. It's not going to happen now. Time for the Ursa. Blink done over the BKB. T8. BKB is going to be ready for the next fight. And Brood's Hex wasn't actually quite done for that last move. Very close now, though. Cancel. Ags into the Daedalus. Nothing surprising here. Just making sure he's going to have full potential to stay on targets without any interruptions and offer the damage to delete them. Honestly, with the way things are going, I think the importance is going to be there to catch General. And they will have those options, whether it be the Hex from the Lion or the Hex from the Brood. They've got to stop General from getting his combo off, especially having this Luna. As we all know, once that wall's down, if they get an illusion of the Luna, it's certainly going to hit back pretty hard against the Radiant's team.
I'll get over it.
In General, 1600 in onto the Blink Dagger, so it's going to be even easier for him to hit those combos. Oh! They've got the opening. They've got the ult hit coming in, and with a finger, they've done it. They have done it there. Lion and Hoodwink able to solo blow up the TA there with the catch that Hoodwink was able to get from the trees. Cancel. He's looking for the Phoenix. In with the focus fire, but the Supernova's up. Cancel having to put the BKB to get away, but Cancel's dead. Ursa's just able to step on top of him with a few swipes. That's Cancel gone. Overcommitting there for the Phoenix. Feeling confident that he could take him down before Supernova was able to come out. Wasn't the case. Cancel ends up losing his life there for that attempt. So from what did go from a bit of a pog moment from the two, Lion and Hoodwink, sort of gets countered there by Cancel ending up losing his life for his own aggressive attempt. So likely to see the passiveness continue. So just work towards the next time, the Basher. General, as I say, about to be at 18 with a blink. And BKB for the Brood now as well. Just making sure that they will be able to get those spells off. MKB's done for T8. So, deciding to completely forego the BKB this game, TA. That's a bold move. I mean, it has got the backup of Pipe and Greaves. And we'll see if it pays off. We will see if it pays off. Obviously, that MKB, it's going to do wonders against Wind Ranger. No doubt about that. And it's always good to see. Always like to see the more aggressive option taken when it comes down to how to deal with these situations. And we're sending out a tip over to the Brood. Spied legs. Always love a good spied legs. Who's going to take that for themselves? Yeah, Quiver's too good on TA. I mean, already, you're seeing the sort of wonders of what just Dragonlance does on TA. You had a Quiver into that mix, and good luck trying to stay away from this era. TA is going to be hitting you from a mile off, and rather hard as well at that. Especially so with another DD in the bowl. TA is ready to rock and roll. Orbit Destruction, pass that over to the way of the Ursa. The big old bear's going to want to take that one. Okay, actually, yeah, he's going to take the spider legs. Makes sense. As you know, you're going to want one of these cores, keeping that so they can stay on target. So here we go. They want to take back their jungle. They want to catch this Brood. Or just go for the Roche, in fact. They do it very quick. It's an Ursa. Maybe too quick for the Radiant to really catch a glimpse of this. I mean, smart call to smoke in. Avoid the vision setup of the Brood. Still, though, to be said, the Brood is spotting this out. BKB. Oh, the bash! Oh, no! Oh, that was... Okay, Brood does manage to get the cheese to get something out of that, but that bash from Roche nearly messing things up there for the Dire. Doesn't. Dire still get the kill. They get the Aegis. They get the Shard. Now they're ready to fight. They jump in onto the Brood. Brood trying to get over into the tree line. The cheeses pop. The cheese. The stolen cheese will end up saving the Brood. Over to the side. The Supernova's coming out. And backing away in time. But no, not quite. General, he's able to get in with the vacuum. Drags back the Luna into the range of the Supernova stun. As that's the Luna gone. Oh! That's spooky. But a clutch set of events. Dire still able to maintain their form and come out on top of them all. Very nearly was disrupted by that timing of the Brood entering the pit. And the bash from Roche. Roche nearly showing his side there, batting for the Radiant side. Over in the jungle, Brood got the kill on the Nyx Assassin, but he's going to get heavily punished for this by the looks of it. TA and Ursa straight in on top of him. The Brood's life put to an end. Yeah, he's getting to that point of the game that regardless of how much farm and lead the Brood was getting on that side of the map, Brood's got to be careful. They have the items, they have the damage now to close in and kill the Brood. And... oh! Counterplay here from the Lion, but he's going to have to keep backing off. Hoodwink is chilling in the trees here. Lion? Oh, TA's going for it. TA is going for it. And is he going to regret it? No, he's not. Cancel. Wait, he... oh, yeah, I guess he cancelled his TP. He didn't want to be a part of that. Didn't want to be a part of that. Saw the Ursa diving as well. He was like, alright, good luck, Lion. Sorry, on your own. I mean, I can respect it. I think he probably would have died as well if he came in. Over to the side, Luna. They've got him with the setup. Cancel. He's going to come over the Shackle at the side. He's caught the Phoenix. Has he got enough damage to take him down in time? He does this time. With the focus fire, takes out the Phoenix. Before the stun comes to an end, General heading in. Shackle out, but not going to latch it. As Council has had to head back up to the high ground. This tier 2 tower will be taken out. Dire get the objective. Still able to push on aggressively here with good timing left on the Aegis. Creep wave coming in on the top lane. They can swing around and look to take away another tier 1 and a tier 2 tower. It's definitely turning out to be a heavier game here for the Luna to carry. You never really want to, if you're the side with the Luna, want to be in this sort of position in this sort of game where your net worth is not quite matching that. Especially these heroes like the Ursa. You know, you expect timing's much quicker than an Ursa. Oh, aggressive jump here from TA. The finger comes out. The stun's there, but again, the 3-man vac wall from General's laid down. They've killed off the Lion. Now the Ursa's moving in onto Cancel. Cancel goes down straight over towards the Luna. Luna's got to head back to the base. I say that Luna, she's actually thinking about turning. She's stepped back in. She's got the Eclipse out. She's trying to fight back against this, but she doesn't have the damage. TA finally falls, but they've lost 4 on the Radiant. Only the Brood surviving. And, well, so Brood. He's trying to get back in onto the Ursa. Ursa with the spy legs. Ursa's going in. We're going to chase down the Brood up to the high ground. Brood sort of caught here between the low ground and the high ground. And the stun's out from the Nyx. Brood is going down as well. It's a team wipe from the Dire side. As Radiant definitely seems to be feeling the team players falling apart a little bit. Can't quite get a fight put together. Maybe even a bit of frustration there from the Luna. as they felt the urge to try and take some sort of fight despite already losing core members of their team. And now they're up to the base. They're up to the base. And what's Radiant got to offer? Nothing for a good 20 seconds or so. They do not have a team, and even then, still a full minute without this Brood down to how well leveled they are. Level 24 Brood having to sit on the sidelines for quite some time. It's going to be up to the rest of the fourth team to do something about this push from Dire. There's Lion. Setting up here. But as quickly as he gets in, he gets taken out. Same to be said for the Hoodwink. Easy dives here from the Dire side with the sustain. The General's pumping out. There is no need for the Dire to back off, especially with just the Luna and Wind Ranger in the game. As there's no fight to be had here. This set of racks, it's gone. TA already swinging around the mid lane. Brood has got a BKB for the next fight, but Radiant, they need something spectacular. And their team fight, it's just not on par with that of the Dire side. When it gets to this point where you're having to deal with the enemy team head-on 5 versus 5, good luck against the General Darkseer when it has the follow-up of heroes such as the Nyx Assassin, especially with the full Ag stun. The reach of that stun that he's going to have to offer, and the overall team fight control and damage follow-up from this Phoenix and the Supernova. Let's see how much Dire want to stick around. BKB in the focus fire. Cancel throwing everything in on this Nyx Assassin. This heal from the Sunray, though, keeping the Nyx alive for quite a long time. Finally, they kill him off, but it's taken a lot of effort. And again, the vacuum. It caught the 4 of them, holding most of them underneath the range of the Supernova for a good amount of time. As Cancel goes down, the Luna will fall. Lion's out of the game. There'll be buybacks from the two of them. Still no buyback available from Luna. I mean, Cancel, what can he get out of this defense? He's trying to chase down the Ursa General. He's heading in. Well, actually off the mark there with the stun. They needed that to connect. The focus fire still coming in onto General, but General's so tanky. It's almost like he doesn't really care. All right, now as the Brood gets him with the BKB, the hits are from the TA flying out. The physical damage too much. The Brood goes down. Cancels down as well. Dieback from him. As that will be that here. The Dire side getting the win here in this pub today. General's team taking down that of the players around Cancel. And I think no doubt about it as well. Good plays all around from the Dire, but some very, very highlight-worthy moves there from General on his Darkseer. One of his strongest heroes, and in pub performances like this, you see why the man gets the wins, gets the W's. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. A victory for General and the Dire side. As, wow, once again, thank you very much for joining me for such a pubcast. This time between that of Cancel and General. One thing that I may not have done on the other videos, if you're watching on YouTube, is I might not have shown the scoreboard long enough. So I'm going to get the scoreboard on the screen. Make sure you can see that. There you go. As you can see some of the beautiful numbers, especially of that of the Dire side. 6-1 and 24 on General. But once again, thank you very much for tuning in and spending the time hanging out with me and watching ODPixel Pub. As... it's always appreciated if you want to go hit the like and subscribe. If you don't want to, that is okay as well. Your time, if you got to this part of the video, then you're already getting a big fat thumbs up from me. As I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful evening. I've been ODPixel. I'll see you next time.